Go, go, go. Go. Oh God, oh God. Tim, Tim, you okay? Tim, you okay? What do I do?
In September 2020, John and Tim from the popular YouTube channel Exploration Unknown set out to document their visit to an abandoned altar hidden in the middle of a dense forest. But what they encountered that day was far more dangerous than they ever expected. The adventure started like any other. John and Tim had heard rumors about an altar, lost somewhere in the woods, and decided to see it for themselves. But from the very start, there were red flags.
Where are we?
It's supposed to be public land.
This is private property, though.
Well, maybe it's like this over here, somebody's private property. And I know this over here should be like public land.
As they followed the directions they were given, it became unclear if they were on private or public property. Just a few minutes after they reached the location, they got their answer in the most terrifying way imaginable.
Saw something behind you. Shh. Okay, dude, key light. Kill your light, dude. Oh my God, dude, it's a car. Shh. Hide. Dude, they were waiting. Somebody's here. Shh. Get down. Oh God, dude, we gotta get out of here. You shut that engine off. Oh God, he's getting out. Oh God.
Hey, I've seen your damn lights first.
Oh God. Dude, he's got
Get off my property.
He's got a gun. Okay, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Okay, go. Oh God. Tim, you okay? You okay? Get up, dude, come on. Get up. Are you hit? Oh God, run, dude, run. Okay.
A man appeared, one who seemed to have been waiting for them. Without a word, he pointed a gun directly at John and Tim. The man didn't just threaten them, he fired his gun. The shot rang out, echoing through the forest. Tim, startled by the sound, tripped and fell to the ground. For a terrifying moment, it seemed like he'd been shot. This is the kind of situation no explorer ever wants to find themselves in. One wrong move, one wrong word, and things could go from bad to deadly in an instant. John and Tim had two options: try to reason with a man who may not be in his right mind, or stay silent and hope they could escape unseen. Fortunately, both John and Tim made it out of the woods unscathed, but shaken. As they ran through the trees, the man didn't pursue them, but the fear that he could still be aiming at their backs must have been unbearable. Once they reached the safety of their car, it became clear just how lucky they were. They never went back, and honestly, who could blame them? Now, while John and Tim narrowly escaped a life-threatening situation in the forest, another group of explorers found themselves caught up in a different kind of risk, one with very real and unexpected consequences. On November 3rd, 2023, a small YouTube channel, Iggy Profess, uploaded a daring and reckless video. Iggy, along with two friends, snuck into one of the largest and most heavily guarded banks in the United States, the J.P. Morgan Bank at 270 Park Avenue in New York City. At first glance, it seemed like a suicide mission. The bank was a fortress, with security tighter than most military installations. But there was a twist. The bank was under construction, making it slightly more accessible than usual. And for the trio, that meant they had a chance to see the inner workings of the massive building, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With a plan in place, the trio climbed behind an excavator, slipping past the construction fences as if they belonged there. Wearing helmets and reflective vests, they blended right in with the workers who were busy with renovations. They moved silently, scaling barriers and sneaking past stacks of equipment, determined to get inside. Their adrenaline spiked as they finally reached the second floor and managed to slip into the building.
Stay. I want you to stay 10 feet behind me. And if I stop, you stop.
What followed was the thrill of exploration. Moving from one floor to the next, they slowly made their way up, from the 2nd floor to the 16th, then even higher, their excitement building with every level they climbed. Each floor offered a new and breathtaking view of the city, and the further they went, the more alive they felt. But, like all good things, their adventure came with a looming expiration date.
It's right here.
As they reached the 40th floor, something unexpected happened. They weren't alone. Someone was already there, waiting for them. But surprisingly, they weren't greeted by an angry security guard. Instead, a much more polite figure greeted them, one of the security guards, who calmly asked them to head back downstairs and leave the premises.
No fucking way, bro. Dude. Fucking awesome. Fine, bro. Get some pictures right here.
They were caught, but not in the way they had feared. The guards' calm demeanor and the lack of immediate hostility left them with a strange sense of relief, but their hearts were still racing. The idea of being found so far up the building was nerve-wracking enough, but they were given the benefit of the doubt. They made their way to the 38th floor, where they decided to pause and enjoy the view.
Oh my god, there's someone right there. We're caught. Come in front of us.
Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands up. All the way up. Now. Don't try anything.
Yep.
Put your hands behind your back.
Yes, sir.
Just as they were starting to relax, the thought of what might be waiting for them below crossed their minds. What if the police were already on their way? Why would the guards let them go so easily? It didn't sit right with them, and their instincts proved to be correct when a voice suddenly yelled from below.
So you parked on the street?
It's in front of the house. There were other cars parked there. It's an illegal spot.
It's an illegal spot?
Well, it's on the street next to our house. Like, there were other cars
Well,
parked.
that's usually legal here.
Is it in that subdivision over there?
We're not destroying anything. We're just exploring.
Okay, but you are trespassing on private property. You came through fences that had clear marked signs that say no trespassing private property. This place is also filled with asbestos right now because they've been remediating it. So we're all getting cancer as we stand here. So.
In an instant, their fears were confirmed. They had been found. With no time to spare, they bolted for the stairs, running as fast as they could, hoping to outrun the approaching security.
Are you recording with this?
Yes.
Okay. Take that for evidence. Somebody grab that.
The trio raced through the building, their footsteps echoing through the empty floors. Their hearts pounded as they pushed forward, praying they could make it out before the security caught up. As the cameraman glanced back to check if his friends were still with him, a sudden flash of realization hit. One of his friends had been caught. Stumbling over a roadblock, he was grabbed by a stranger who had been lurking nearby. Without hesitation, the cameraman ran back to help. Just as the security guard was closing in, the cameraman reached his friend, pulling him away from the stranger and getting them both out of harm's way. And with that, we go from the towering heights of one of the most secure buildings in the city to the decaying ruins of an abandoned factory. On November 2nd, 2025, Chris, better known to his audience as Urbex Hill, uploaded a video that took an unexpected turn, deviating sharply from his usual explorations of abandoned buildings. Typically, his content was filled with fascination, discovering forgotten places and old relics left behind. But this time, things were different. This time, Chris's video was tinged with a mixture of frustration and anger as he encountered two homeless individuals living within the crumbling walls of an abandoned structure. Their lives, marked by addiction, poverty, and a haunting sense of hopelessness, stirred something deep within him. As the exploration started, everything seemed as it usually did, calm, ordinary, and intriguing. Chris was wandering through the decaying beauty of an old factory in Cleveland, Ohio. He was rummaging through the remnants of forgotten items, old papers, and possessions left behind by those who had once worked there. But then, unexpectedly, two voices echoed down the hallway.
Here's the directory. Actually, looks like a lot of these stores have a lot left inside. Whoa. Look at all the, this was a Nike store. Yeah. Imagine there's shoes left, guys. Look at, oh, holy cow. Wow. Here too, I'm pretty sure. Somebody just stole everything. It's actually insane. Think about like how much used to be here when it was abandoned even. It's crazy. Society is just moving, and inside here, society has just completely stopped.
Startled, Chris immediately froze. He ducked down, turned off his light, and held his breath, his heart pounding in his chest. For a brief moment, he caught a glimpse of the two homeless individuals, but fear gripped him. Quickly, he hid his camera, feeling the weight of the moment and the danger of being discovered. His breathing grew frantic, a mix of fear for his safety and deep sympathy for their situation.
Yo, the team. So this place is active right there. We can't let them see us. People have been caught right here just because that place is still open. If we walk this way, we'll be seen. And the power's on here, most of this area, because that Planet Fitness or whatever. You can see this probably didn't close too long ago. A lot of these plants are still alive and well. So this was when this part of the mall went abandoned and the main part was still in use.
Miraculously, the two passed by without noticing him, already making their way out. Shaken and visibly disturbed by the encounter, Chris felt a wave of sympathy for them, for how they had been abandoned by the system. Rather than continue exploring, Chris decided to leave the area where he'd seen them, but he couldn't just walk away without doing something. He went back to the spot he'd first seen them, hoping to make a small, meaningful gesture.
They were scared because their friend got attacked by dogs in this room.
You guys can't really see it. There's a car directly out the window.
This anchor store had an armed gang of scrappers in the other room.
And then...
Oh shit, police! My bad. We were taking pictures.
Sorry.
My bad.
We thought it was a gang scrapper. I looked and he had a gun. But then I looked again and it looks like he had a badge.
He's following us.
After hearing horror stories of what the security guards would do, we were let off pretty easy.
No, he had a vest.
We were followed all the way out, likely for him to find an entrance and seal it. We kept a lot of distance though, and I'm glad we did.
There, he found the place they might be staying, surrounded by the remnants of their struggle. A sense of sadness and disgust washed over him as he realized how dire their living conditions were. Still, Chris, with his kind heart, decided to help in the only way he could. He left some money for the homeless couple, hoping it would bring them some comfort before deciding to end his visit. He assumed no one would be staying there through the night, and that he could return to his exploration safely. But what he didn't expect was that the place would feel so wrong when he returned. The next time he stepped inside, the atmosphere was immediately off. Strange graffiti marred the walls, and the furniture was arranged in a way that suggested someone was still living there. But it wasn't until he heard a faint sound echoing in the distance that his unease truly set in. The voices, distant at first, were enough to make him second-guess his decision to continue exploring. But soon, they grew louder, more distinct, and closer, creeping under his skin with every passing second. That's when Chris realized he might have stumbled into something far more disturbing than he'd imagined. Walking deeper into the building, Chris came across a room filled with trash and debris. But in the center of the chaos were 2 makeshift beds and a single worn blanket. His stomach dropped as he realized that the homeless couple he had seen earlier might actually be living here, inside this decaying structure. As Chris heard the mumbling voices growing nearer, his anxiety spiked. He could feel the weight of the situation pressing down on him. Not wanting to push things any further, he made the decision to leave. The fear of what could happen next was too much. He knew that if more people were about to return, the situation could quickly escalate into something much worse. While Chris's encounter with a homeless couple inside an abandoned factory left him shaken, Jared Coker faced a much more dangerous situation in Wichita, Kansas. This is Jared Coker. You might know him from his YouTube channel named Jared Coker Urbex, where he uploads raw footage of his adventures exploring abandoned locations across the US. Since 2020, he's posted over 200 videos of creepy, decayed places that many of us would never dare to enter. But one exploration in March 2022 at an abandoned dog treat factory in Wichita, Kansas, took an unexpected and dangerous turn. The first few minutes of the video seem fairly typical. Jared walking through empty hallways, hearing the occasional unexplained noise. It's the kind of suspense that comes with exploring forgotten spaces. But for the most part, it appeared that Jared was alone. Or so he thought. Things began to get strange when Jared looked out a window. A red car was pulling up to the factory, slowly making its way through the gates.
He's gonna go around where I can't see him. I really do gotta get out of here now. I don't like that.
Instantly, Jared knew something wasn't right. The man in the car parked out of view, leaving Jared with no idea where he went or why.
Oh God, someone's right out there. What do I do? I couldn't tell what he was holding.
From his vantage point, Jared could just make out the man walking toward the factory. But something was off. The man was holding something. What was it? A flashlight? A weapon? Jared wasn't sticking around to find out.
Oh my God. Was that a gunshot? I think it was. He had something in his hand too. It must have been a gun.
What would you do in this situation? For Jared, the answer was simple. Get out, fast. But escaping an abandoned building is easier said than done, especially when you don't know where your potential threat is. Then, just when it seemed like Jared might slip away undetected, the situation escalated.
Whoa, whoa.
Stop right there.
Whoa.
Who else is with you?
Oh, it's just me. You scared me to death.
Okay. Get over there now.
What?
Sit down. Give you handcuffs.
Huh?
Put them on. Got it?
Okay.
Either I can put them on or you can put them on. Take your pick.
I've never put on handcuffs before.
Just put them on each side of you. How's that? Put them in front of you. That way you can carry them in front, okay?
What's going to happen?
What's going to happen is the police is going to come, and then you take your name and they'll get you for criminal trespassing. It's nothing these days. A lot better than me shooting you, isn't it?
Was that what I heard?
Yeah.
What'd you shoot at?
Shoot it. See people, I shoot at them. If they run, you shoot. There you go.
Yeah.
Be cool, nothing will happen, okay?
All right.
I already shot one guy this way, the other one. It's all right. I'm not gonna shoot you. don't you see? Something says a use of deadly force. What do you think that is?
I thought that was kids spray paint.
No, that's me telling you I'll shoot you. Nobody else is with you, right?
No, it's just me.
Okay, if I see somebody, I'm gonna end up probably shooting them.
Oh no, if I were with someone and I know you shoot people, I would have gotten them.
Okay. I just don't want, they say wait, they scare me, I'll shoot in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just life.
Out of nowhere, the man appeared from the bushes, wielding what turned out to be an assault rifle. Jared's heart must have stopped. The man, appearing to take the role of some twisted vigilante, ordered Jared to put on handcuffs. Terrified and unsure if this man was mentally stable, Jared had no choice but to comply. Then, things got even more disturbing.
What we're going to do is we'll throw your camera and your bag in the trunk, okay? And I'll put my gun in there too. All right? We'll get in a little red car, we'll drive up here, set everything out, the police will come, they'll ask you for your driver's license, and they'll give you a little ticket.
The man ordered Jared to throw his camera and bag into the trunk of the car. Jared knew he was being held hostage, and there was no telling what this man would do next. Jared didn't record the moment he got into the car. He didn't want to risk setting the man off. After what felt like an eternity, the police finally arrived, but it took them over an hour and a half to get there. During that time, the situation took a darker turn. As Jared and the officers were speaking, two kids wandered toward the factory, much like Jared had. Chillingly, the armed man looked the officers in the eye and said, "If I see those kids inside the factory, I'm going to shoot them." Moments later, the police received a report that the kids had been shot. Luckily, the man's threats were not as fatal as they seemed. His weapon had only been loaded with non-lethal pellets, but the kids were still injured and had to be taken to the hospital. During the investigation, the man was identified as 62-year-old Ken Thomas. Despite firing on the kids, Ken was only sentenced to 2 years of probation. The consequences could have been far worse, and it's a day that haunts Jared to this very moment. After that terrifying ordeal, Jared made a decision. He has never gone back to that factory, and who could blame him? Now, this next adventurer found himself in a similarly tense situation in Lithuania, where what was supposed to be a simple exploration quickly turned into a race for survival. On August 14th, 2017, Sheja, a music artist and adventurer known for exploring abandoned, forgotten places, found himself in Lithuania, just south of Kaunas City. This time, he was joined by two friends to explore what was supposed to be an abandoned grain factory. But what they thought would be just another typical adventure quickly turned into a tense and dangerous situation. At first, everything seemed normal. She and his friends moved through the building with ease, as they had done countless times before. The factory's crumbling walls and dusty corners offered the usual thrill of exploration as they sifted through the remnants of a bygone era, finding old machines and forgotten belongings.
Hey, Rick. Rick. It's worth it. I'm going to the roof. Rick.
However, it wasn't long before they realized that something wasn't quite right. The place, once thought to be abandoned, might not be as empty as they had expected. The trio, careful not to attract attention, proceeded with caution, knowing they had to stay under the radar to avoid being caught. Walking past old tractors and heavy trucks, they kept their pace steady and their movements slow, trying to blend in as if they belonged.
Rick! Where are you? Cops are here. Where are you? Yes, I'm serious. Follow me quickly. Follow me quickly. We're going to the roof. They're not right in front of this place, but they're really close by. It's a fire truck and a cop.
Soon, they stumbled upon a staircase leading to what appeared to be an entrance. As they reached the top, they thought they had found exactly what they were looking for, a way into the deeper parts of the building. But the moment they entered, the situation took a dangerous turn.
But they may have seen us on camera. I'm 100% serious. I know. Here. Up. We have to go up. We can't go out right now. Dude, I know. I got scared. I heard a truck. All right, we're gonna go up one more. In here. All right, stay in here. I gotta go check.
It quickly became clear that the factory wasn't empty at all. Shai and his friend's presence had been detected, and their cover was blown. Whoever was inside clearly knew they didn't belong, and the trio's once calm exploration turned into a frantic escape.
They're in here, they're in here. Hide in the corner. Is it them? I think so. Lights off for now on. Let's just get away from the door. Yeah. Should we? They gotta be sealing up the door. Why else would they be making that kind of noise if they're going like... Same strategy. Stay as quiet as possible until we can't hear them anymore. And then wait 30 minutes. If I've learned anything in life, it's patience. Patience is a virtue.
They rushed through the building, their hearts racing as they searched for an exit. They spotted what looked like a way out and, with no other choice, took it. With the sound of footsteps closing in behind them, they pushed forward, hoping to get out before it was too late.
If he starts walking up this stair and he opens that door, I'm gonna say, there's someone in here. Yeah. Don't shoot. Chances are if they're gonna come up here, they're gonna have the gun already out. Because I would. Yeah. Whatever happens, follow my lead, okay? I'm not gonna lead you to danger.
As they made their way down, they saw security scanning the perimeter. It was close, but they were still in the clear. They slowed down, trying to act natural, moving like they belonged. Every step was calculated, every moment tense with the fear of being caught.
Hey, I don't want to talk about this, but we need to. If I get caught, do you want me to not say anything about you? No, we're in this together. Okay.
Like the brothers they've always been, they make a pact. If anything happens, they go down together. And on that note, Chuck ventures out yet again.
It's good. It's good. All right, stay back.
Time was running out. They had no idea how long they had before someone noticed, so they pushed forward with everything they had. It was now or never if they wanted to escape unscathed. With one final burst of adrenaline, they made it out. Barely, but safely. But as they caught their breath, they realized one of their own had been left behind. Shay later confirmed that his friend had managed to escape as well, finding his own way out without being caught. However, the incident left them shaken, wondering what might have happened if they had been discovered. What if one of them hadn't made it out? While Shay and his friends barely escaped a dangerous situation in an abandoned factory, another pair of explorers entered a seemingly abandoned hotel, expecting to discover forgotten relics. But they quickly learned that sometimes the abandoned places they explore may not be so empty after all. Next up is Lord Explorers, a channel run by an anonymous couple known for exploring abandoned places all across the United States. Their content has always been a thrilling adventure as they document everything they encounter along the way. But on January 16, 2024, they embarked on an exploration that would take a dark and unsettling turn. This time, the pair set their sights on an abandoned hotel, expecting the usual silence and decaying beauty of another forgotten space. But what started as a routine exploration quickly became something far more disturbing. As soon as they stepped inside, strange sounds echoed through the empty hotel halls, immediately breaking the eerie silence. The couple stopped in their tracks, unsure of what or who was making these sounds and unable to determine where they were coming from. With their nerves already on edge, they decided to stay still for the moment, hoping the noises would stop.
There's a staircase to the left.
Where they go.
They're in the room above that room.
Some of the sounds were so faint that they couldn't make them out on the camera, but others were clear enough to send a chill down the spine of anyone watching, and especially the couple themselves. Feeling uneasy and now a little too uncomfortable to ignore it any longer, they decided not to stick around. They moved away from that section of the hotel and headed toward what they hoped would be a safer part of the building. But as they stepped into a new area, they were met with something unexpected. They stumbled upon a room that felt far too strange. It was cleaner than the other rooms they had seen, with strange paintings covering the walls. The unsettling feeling intensified as they noticed clear signs that someone might have been living there. Or worse, might still be.
The drawings on the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the spider webs.
Look at this. It smells so bad in here.
Why are there rocks? Yeah, everywhere. Ew.
Choosing to move on from this bizarre discovery, the couple didn't get very far before reaching the gym. But what they found inside was something they hadn't anticipated.
What's up, man?
What up, man?
Oh, we're just exploring.
Yeah, be careful, man. There's shit all over the place.
Oh, yeah, we were seeing it. We'll leave you be. Sorry about that.
At first, the encounter was friendly, and they were relieved that nothing too disturbing happened. But the tension in the air remained. Who were the two people inside the gym? Were they squatters? Or maybe fellow explorers who had found themselves caught in the same eerie building? The couple moved on, pretending as if nothing unusual had happened, but they couldn't shake the feeling that something was still off. No matter where they went, there was always something lurking just out of view. The faint sounds of movement echoed through the building like whispers in the dark.
Holy crap.
freaking writing on the wall.
They continued exploring, finding another room filled with clothes, pillows, and strange drawings on the walls. This was more than they had bargained for, and the unsettling atmosphere was beginning to wear on them. They decided that it was time to head for the exit. But just as they turned to leave, a truly disturbing sound echoed through the hallways.
In the hallway that we heard the noise when we walked in. And I swear I heard something down there. Hear that?
The noises grew louder, the air thicker with an unnerving tension. It became clear that things were escalating, and it was definitely time to leave. But as they made their way out, they passed 2 more rooms. Rooms far creepier than anything they had encountered so far.
Oh shit. There's a light on. Let's go, let's go.
The strange atmosphere of the hotel had become too much to bear. Frightened by the realization that they might not be alone, the couple decided it was time to bail. They left the building, unanswered questions still lingering in the air. What was that light? Were there people hiding in the rooms? And those 2 strangers from earlier? Were they living inside the hotel? The couple's decision to leave meant these questions remained unanswered, and the video left viewers with more uncertainty than ever. What exactly had been going on inside that hotel? Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.